Hello, my name's Alan Bragwell, and if you're watching this video, it's likely that I directed you to the video site as you have an upcoming appointment with me through telecounseling. For the last 31 months, telecounseling has been almost the majority of counseling format that I have been doing in my practice. And I had a video that was made about a year ago, and it was looked at the other day by me, and I thought, this thing is a bit dated. I need to update it. So that's what I'm doing today, just bringing again some of the finer points of telecounseling to the forefront. And then again, just as an introduction and a tiny bit of orientation for you who might be have an upcoming appointment with me in the near future. It's been quite a ride for the last 2.5 years or so with telecounseling, which has been around for a long time, but the utilization was not maxed out until the onset of COVID. Now it's embedded in the practice of counseling and also in medicine as well. The utilization that I have is simply to use this format in such a way that can help me connect with the individual in the counseling process. And it's different than being in person in a room or in a office or conference room with an individual. So I believe that I have a bit of a gifting and talent to be able to connect with people even through this venue. And I will say that not everyone is comfortable with and enjoys or wants to participate in the process through video. However, if you're one that would like to take a try and see how it works in a visit or two, then I invite you to give it a shot. There's a way to take some of the mystery out of the counseling process, and many folks, maybe 50%, I don't have any kind of actual statistics here, but about half the folks that will be seeing me probably have never done counseling in any format. So it's sort of the first try through telecounseling. Those that have done counseling traditionally, it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I believe that based on the feedback that I've gotten and the fact that many people continue to come back and keep their counseling process going through several visits and through time, it's an evidence that it's effective and it works. The best compliment or the best feedback is that folks basically say, I'm doing better now than I did when we started. And there are ways that we can measure that. The platform that is used generally is Zoom or the Psychology Today platform that I have. And in good faith, others are utilized too through business platforms that can be accessible by the person that's doing the counseling and then also the counselor. The type of counseling that that we do is individual predominantly, because I do a lot of one-on-one counseling sessions with folks that want to address some issues. They may be being sent by their physician or nurse practitioner to get an ADHD assessment or review, or maybe some other directed process from a physician. I generally don't do couples counseling or family sessions where there's multiple people. I tried it back in 2020, and in this case for me, and I know some of my colleagues don't even, as counselors, don't even like doing telecounseling at all. I found that I just was more comfortable myself, and I felt like I had better effect with one-on-one. There are folks that are very comfortable by doing maybe family or even group. I know that in some processes they have to do group. But for me, the one-on-one approach is the best. As I said probably in the phone conversation I had with you if you're coming for your first visit. I contact folks a few minutes before the session by text and say, hey, are we good? Are you ready to receive the platform and the link, or how we're going, whichever one we're going to use, and then I'll get a response, and then we start the session. Generally, sessions run anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes, or sometimes they go longer, some over an hour or more, but it's just whatever's necessary in the time and in the situation. This is my office. I'm using the room that I grew up in this house, moved away, but have been back here now for a number of years, and this is just a good location for me. There's privacy. There's a sound machine on out back, outside the door. I mean, I'm using head earphones, and I do that on purpose so that the individual can know that if they say something, I hear it. And a lot of folks use earbuds as well, whether they're wireless or wired in, because it makes it a little bit better for the process as far as being able to be heard. I have a little whiteboard sometimes I'll use if I'm going to make a note or something. I know that there's sophistication of a sharing screen and all that, and that's great. I'm just kind of old school here. I'll just pull out my marker and go for it. So this is just basically a 6 or 7 minute introduction, a little bit of an orientation to telecounseling. This is what I look like. This is where we'll be meeting virtually. So again, thanks for checking this out, and I look forward to seeing you in our session.